Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s iconic I Have a Dream speech is about how racial equality is essential for people to peacefully coexist, and racism negatively affects the lives of African Americans. In the speech, Dr. King especially stressed the need for the current generation to eliminate racism to create a better society for future generations. He also highlighted the steps that needed to be taken to achieve racial equality.
As a result of the speech, the citizens of the nation started to put growing pressures on the President John F. Kennedy, encouraging him and the administration to push for civil rights laws and to pass through Congress and become recognized on a national level. As a now national recognition made towards the effort of racial equality, this speech was the main thing that affected the issue. His speech also gave American citizens a feeling of nationalism for their country.
The provisions of the Civil Rights Act forbade discrimination on the basis of sex as well as race in hiring, promoting, and firing. National Archives, the Civil Rights Act of 1964, and the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. This basically means in the process of hiring for work, promoting, or firing, no use of race or sex can influence or be used as a motive in any of the processes listed above. Race, color, religion, sex, national origin, disability, or age in hiring, promoting, firing, setting wages, testing, training, apprenticeship, and all other terms and conditions of employment are now protected due to this act today. During the time that it was established, it was said to be considered one of the most crowning legislative achievements of the civil rights movement. JFK's successor, Lyndon B. Johnson, was the one who put the pen to the paper on this act. After signing this act, it also led to the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which said how African Americans had the chance to vote. This act in 1964 really kickstarted the national and federal movement towards racial equality. But even though these acts were put in place, it doesn't mean that African Americans still weren't being discriminated against. This is a New York Times newspaper, and the headlining article is titled 200,000 March for Civil Rights in Orally Washington Rally. President choose gain for Negro. President JFK saw what was going on down the road in D.C. and he realized he needed to go shine light on discrimination and inequality in America.
So even though we face the difficulties of today and tomorrow, I still have a dream. We will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.